God ministered to me something very, very important, and it is an urgent matter. I began to see things that were happening on the earth, but it seems as if it was in areas that you never expected, like the Western world. But there was in this here, when we talk about West Africa, we talk about Southern Africa, but especially West Africa, it was emerging. And then I saw whirlpools happening in the Western world. And I saw the angels stand with a banner like this. And it was written, Christian Jihad. God was saying, there is going to be an extremist movement that will not be an extremist movement. And as I began, I didn't know what I was seeing until there is a further window open for me. And I began to see something that was called, there is no monopoly to violence. So God was saying, because you have pushed my people too much into a corner, there is a movement that they shall even liken to a Christian jihad, where Christians will refuse to be pushed any further. It will turn violent. Is that there is a time where it will come, even where you have Eastern Europe, where people will actually carry arms, and they will be Christians. That other Christian organization will even oppose them and say, these ones are evil. He said, I have an army. I have a remnant of people you can't push any further. He said, as you used to fear Muslims, you shall fear Christians. These ones won't blow up planes. No. These ones will stand and say, you said what about Christ yesterday? You shall begin to see it. Even as we enter into this coming year, you shall begin to hear of whispers of it. It will start as an underground movement that people will just know Christianity is no longer something you play with. I want you to understand this is what is coming.
The recent knife attack of a bishop during a church service in Sydney, which was declared a terrorist attack, has sparked an uprising of Christians in the area and around the world. Riots broke out in Sydney, starting from the location of the stabbing, as people quickly gathered and demanded the 16-year-old perpetrator to be handed to them by the police. Property, including police vehicles, was vandalized, whilst around the world there was a call to arms from radical Christian groups on platforms such as X to adopt a Crusader-style of revolution to push back against the subjection of Christianity by other groups. On the other hand, mosques in the area were on high alert, fearing retaliatory attacks from Christian protesters. The father of the attacker, who is the secretary of the Lebanese Muslim Association, called for restraint and calm. Analysts around the world are expressing a fear in the rise of Christian extremism, like that seen in Islamic extremists, giving rise to Christian jihads, especially with the trending call to arms that is going viral across social media platforms. It seems only a matter of time.
Christianity comes peace. No, I'm not. I'm saying with Christ comes peace. But then the question was, what about the Crusades? So let me answer that directly. The Crusades were launched after 7 centuries of constant Islamic aggression. Before the very first crusade was launched in 1095, Muslims had invaded the following Christian lands. They had invaded Christian Syria, Christian Jordan, Christian Palestine, Christian Egypt, Christian Algeria, Christian Libya, Christian Morocco, Christian Portugal, Christian Spain, Christian France, Christian Sicily, Christian Turkey, Christian Armenia, Christian Italy, all before the First Crusade. The Crusades are a legitimate response to Islamic aggression and Islamic violence. I don't need to hear any lectures about the Crusades from people who support Islamic colonialism, Islamic imperialism, Islamic dominion and Arabization.
No, we are supposed to take them over. They're supposed to be ours. We're supposed to go in and say, look, Christ died, he has inherited all nations, he's the King of Kings. We're supposed to say, no, this country, this country, this country, this country, that is Jesus's, that is Jesus's, that is Jesus's, and that right there is Jesus's. So you need to accept divine revelation and rule likewise. Carry out what I told you, to discipline all nations, all peoples. Not to maybe convert some individuals, no, nations and peoples. That's what we do. We go into places and we convert the whole place. We make the whole place Catholic, and then they're Catholic for 1,000 years. That's what we